Welcome into Cleveland Browns Daily, presented by Ballybet, official sports winning partner of your Cleveland Browns. I am merely Bo. He is the great Z on the special truncated, abbreviated edition of Cleveland Browns Daily. How you living, buddy?
Dandy.
You are dandy.
Just
Look at
dandy.
you, a little bit of a glow in the eye. You're going to London town?
London calling. Yes.
What do you make of that breakfast Paul Brown was serving up to the Hoff?
I don't eat breakfast.
The banger. Oh, that's right. All the bangers and all that
mash.
stuff. And mash. And then they got all the eggs and bacon and blood pudding.
So Hoff just like rolled in there straight from the Hofbrau?
I think that was from another time. I think that was a previous visit.
Oh, previous.
Is what I think.
Okay.
But he sucked down 6 eggs over easy, which is an incredible. I mean, that's like a Napoleon Dynamite level of egg sucking to get that through that many. God bless him. No, it didn't look that appealing.
You know how many eggs over easy I've eaten in my life?
You don't like them, huh?
0.
Is that all because of the hard-boiled thing?
I think so.
That's it.
Yeah.
So you can't.
Just,
Yeah,
I realize eggs are in a great many things that I like
oh yeah,
in them, but
and
no,
also
I don't
like
eat eggs.
an incredible nutrient.
No, not
rich
for me.
product.
Not for me, my friends.
Yeah.
And I'm doing all right.
You look great. So does Dillon Gabriel. Dillon Gabriel going to start against the Vikings in London on Sunday. You're going to hear from Coach on this momentarily, but it is done. He will be the rookie out of Oregon via Oklahoma, via UCF, will make his first start as a Cleveland Brown on Sunday. In your view, what led to this decision, and do you like the timing of it?
I think what led to the decision is clearly that, this is an offense that has been poor, and I don't think it's fair to put it all on Joe Flacco, but when you're the quarterback, that's the one change that they can make. And he struggled with his quarterback rating, his touchdown interception ratio, all of it. We haven't reached 20 points in a game this season, and I think they said, let's see if we can get something else working. He's got a little bit more mobility. Mm-hmm. He is kind of a get it out quick type of a guy, and maybe if he can take care of the football, we have a chance because our defense is that good. We just have not seen our defense, get complemented by an offense, and I think they're looking for a little spark.
It's funny because in 2023, Joe Flacco provided this organization an incredible amount of hope, right? And we have that run, and we got into the postseason, and some of the most fun times. No one's going to forget those moments that were there. And ironically enough, a couple years later, him going to the bench will also provides the hope. This is not a shot at Joe in any way, shape, or form, because as I outlined yesterday, this has very little. He's contributed to it for sure. He's not playing his best,
for sure.
But also we are really poor at tackle right now. We don't have anything really to fear down the field in the passing game. Maybe Isaiah Bond can become that. Who knows? We've had Judkins the last few games. We didn't the first. Like, we're having to try to manufacture offense. Or even the interior of our offensive line is 2 years older, obviously, than it was in 2023. So a lot of the circumstances have changed. But with Joe going to the backup role and Dillon ascending to the starting role, hope comes back.
Yes.
Because what Dillon Gabriel represents, and you and I outlined this throughout the draft process and all of it, and you tell me if I'm speaking out of turn. Cam Ward was their favorite quarterback in this draft. He was not draftable because they didn't have the number 1 pick in the draft. Once that became the case, the guy they liked next was Dillon Gabriel. That's why they traded up to get him in the 3rd round. When they took him in the 3rd round, they thought that was it. That's the only quarterback we're going to get. We got our guy. Let's go address other positions. And then you get the lottery ticket with Shedeur, and we'll see if that all can be cashed at some point. But rest assured, they wanted Gabriel bigly. Kevin wanted him. The front office wanted him. They thought he'd be a fit for this offense. So what Dillon Gabriel playing this weekend does, and hopefully, and I think the way you put this summer is the best way I've heard anybody put it, his idea ought to be, I'm going to be the last starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns this year.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to give any reason for somebody else to play. That's his job, is to hold on to it as long as he can and play well enough that there's never any conversation to, should we see what Shedeur has at the position. That's Dillon Gabriel's mindset. You outlined that. I thought you crushed it. I think that's the best way I've heard anybody describe it. So with Gabriel, though, comes hope.
Yes.
It comes hope that not only just can we win games now because he's obviously much more mobile than Joe, and he can buy you that extra quarter second, half second. To your point, he's extra get the ball out quick. He is flip it and throw it. He has to throw anticipatory wise because he sometimes in the middle of the field he can't see it. We saw that in camp a lot, but that doesn't prevent him. He's always been that high, always been that tall. So what Joe provides for the organization, for the fan base, what Dillon does is hope. It's the same thing Joe did in 2023.
Yes.
We just want to get to the postseason, get that team into the postseason. We did. And now there's a different type of hope with Dillon Gabriel.
Well, right. Dillon Gabriel, you're hoping, best case scenario, right, is that he comes in and he looks like Brock Purdy.
Yes.
And that you could – the best case scenario for the Browns is that Dillon Gabriel comes in, gets this offense going. We end up being, red hot, have an opportunity maybe to go in December and force your way into the postseason. That's the best case scenario. And then you can say, all right, now we have 2 ones next year that maybe we can turn into even more ones or whatever, but we at least have a quarterback that we think can help us achieve our goals. If that doesn't happen, you still have the 2 ones next year to get a quarterback or find a quarterback. So I think that, yes, I always was of the belief that this season was about finding out, do we have the quarterback on our roster that can be our quarterback, or do we need to draft one early next season? And now we're getting there. I think it was supposed to be Kenny Pickett in a tranche trying to do the same thing, right? Nobody replaced me, then Dillon Gabriel, and then maybe Shedeur. Now we're already at the Dillon Gabriel phase. We never had the Kenny Pickett phase because the reality is with Joe Flacco, unless you're winning, there's no point.
Unfortunately, no.
Just because he's 40.
There's no future there.
There's no future. He's not going to be.
It's for right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if he's not playing particularly well and we're not winning, then you've got to give somebody that has the chance to be a little bit more for your organization an opportunity, and that's what Dillon Gabriel is going to get starting this week. Now, it's a tough start. Minnesota and then Pittsburgh back-to-back. Pittsburgh coming off of a bye. Yeah, that's tough. But listen, as Dillon Gabriel said in his press conference, you wait for the perfect moment, you're going to be waiting forever. I'm ready. These guys played 6 seasons. He started more games than anybody in college football history. In terms of somebody who should be ready to come in and play and be as close to maybe their ceiling as they can be right out of the gate, it's him. So let's go. We got him out here. Let's go. Let's see it.
Here's what we've observed through camp, and you obviously will add on to this, and just in our interactions with him. So I had one this summer. He was at the golf outing with us. We've seen him at these podiums. We've seen him post-game, pre-game, all of these things. Obviously, you did the first interview with him after he was drafted. What he is, and beyond just what we've seen, but when you talk to people who covered him at Oklahoma or Oregon, you have a professional quarterback.
Yes.
That's what he is. He was a professional quarterback at Oklahoma, professional quarterback at Oregon. He started 60 games of college football. If you think of the guys who have come in and had immediate success, whether it's Nix, Penix to a certain extent last year,
guys who played.
Jaden Daniels, all these guys. They're guys who played a ton of football and started a ton of games. And the NFL game isn't that dissimilar from the college game anymore. And Gabriel has played in 3 different offenses in college football. So he's had to pick things up really quickly. He's had to be a great student of the game right away. That's what we've seen here.
Yes.
He's a rookie. He don't act like a rookie. If you listen to his press conference from earlier today, he doesn't sound like a rookie. It sounds like he knows how to handle all of this stuff. And so in the end, this is professional football. He is a pro. Let's go play. And let's see what's there. I actually think this is a pretty good way to start for him because of everything I just said, but also because this is a neutral field game in England. Minnesota's good, and their defense is really good, but I have to wonder even if Flores' plan with Flacco was to just tee off.
Yes.
Would be my guess.
Yep.
Well, now they can't do that. You're not going to be able to do that with Dillon because he's not Kyler, but he'll squirm around and he'll buy some time. So it's going to buy you some things offensively that you haven't had previous to this. Obviously, there's no replacing Joe's experience. There's no replacing his leadership and all of those things. And I know Joe will be a pro's pro with all of this stuff. But this was necessary.
It was, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But it was. And I think Dillon is going to – the ball's going to go where we're trying to get the ball to go, and it's going to go there quickly. And I think that'll alleviate some of the issues at the tackle position. I think he's very good throwing in rhythm, throwing with anticipation. And so it's going to give this offense, I think, a chance, maybe to stay ahead of the sticks. I do think there will be some, looks that he's never seen from Brian Flores.
Sure.
And that will be difficult to deal with. It's going to be a tough defense to deal with. It's a very good football team on the defensive side. But, yeah, you had to do it. he had to do it. And so here we are, as we should be, and now we're going to see what happens.
It makes you excited for Sunday.
Yes.
And that matters too.
It does.
It makes you excited to see what it looks like. There's value in the unknown and the hope that comes with it. And I think he's going to play well. I really do. And you just see these other guys that have been thrust in, and you got to go play.
Got to play.
You got to go play.
And we need to understand what he is.
100%. At the NFL level, we need
Yes.
to understand what he is.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's the whole quarterback room. I mean, ownership talked about that this summer. Like, we got to see what these guys are. And this season, in large part, you and I talked about it all off season, is figuring out if you have a franchise quarterback on this roster or not. And if
Yep.
you don't, then you can address that next year. If you do, then my goodness, that is a lottery ticket, and then this thing can flip pretty quickly.
Yep.
Because now you have a big position of power in the draft, and all of those things start to fall in if he is that.
Exactly.
So that's I'm excited, and I think the kid will play well. I really do. Some other moves yesterday and into today before we head to London later on tonight. We have signed wide receiver Malachi Corley and wide receiver Gage Larvidan to the active roster from the practice squad. The team also plays Cedric Tillman on injured reserve and waived cornerback Cam Mitchell. In addition, the club has signed corner Amir Speed to the practice squad. That's crazy. That's a pretty big fall for Cam for what he was a couple of years ago.
From what he was, I mean, he was the favorite once MJ Emerson went down. He was the favorite to be our starting nickel.
Yeah.
And now not with the team in 4 weeks. And I think it was a rough preseason, which we saw. And then I think it was really, that Baltimore game, that kind of sealed his fate. Went out there and they just picked on him 3 touchdowns, and that was it. It's unfortunate because he was a guy that his rookie year looked like he could become like a Buster Screen type of player in this league, and it just never really worked out.
Corley was at Western Kentucky, had an
Third-round pick.
all-time season there, former third-round pick with the Jets.
Yeah.
So something to watch for there. And obviously Gage was, if not the story, one of the stories of camp.
Absolutely. Yeah. Gage was great. And, they'll get opportunities, I think, as returners. Corley's a guy that's got a little bit of juice out of the slot, and maybe you'll even see him get some work in the pass game as well.
All right, there you go. Those are your hot topics of the day, presented by University Hospitals, official healthcare partner of your Cleveland Browns. Also want to remind you to score big with Howard Hanna, official real estate partner of your Cleveland Browns, Northeast Ohio's #1 real estate provider. They're dedicated to helping you make the best move. Visit howardhanna.com/GoBrowns to explore your winning options. Today, we will meet the Minnesota Vikings. Coming up next, we're off and running. You're listening to Cleveland Browns Daily. It's presented by Bally Bet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly on 850 ESPN Cleveland. Back into Cleveland Browns Daily. Don't miss the action at Huntington Bank Field as the Browns take on the Dolphins for a crucial catch game on Sunday, October 19th at 1. Lock in your seats today at clevelandbrowns.com/Dolphins. Time now to meet the Minnesota Vikings. Before we get to all of that, though, let's hear from our coach, Kevin Stefanski. This is from earlier today on the quarterback change, among other things.
Okay, going to start Dillon Gabriel at quarterback, as I know you guys saw. First of all, this is not about one person. Joe is a captain of this football team. We're going to need his leadership moving forward, like always, and that's obvious with Joe, just the person he is. He's going to be the same guy every day. Excited for Dillon. He's done everything. He's handled everything really well since he's been on campus here. So we're just going to have to support the young man, coaches, players, offense, defense, special teams. So looking forward to the opportunity this week. Great challenge. Obviously going overseas to play a really good football team, a team that I have a lot of respect for from Kevin O'Connell, his staff, and some great players. So going to be a challenge. But with that, I'll take any questions.
One person, then why make this decision and why make it now?
Yeah, I think the big thing for me is we need to all be better. Daniel, we need to coach better. We need to block better, catch better, run better, all of the above. We need to be better. And I know the quarterback position gets quite a bit of scrutiny. I understand that, but this is about our entire team playing better. Yes. Yes.
The turnovers, the 8 turnovers or whatever it was through these first 4 games play a factor?
Obviously, Ashley, we need to be better taking care of the football. We are -6 in the NFL. We're 32nd in turnover margin, and that's very difficult to overcome.
Just the change to Dillon can provide a spark for an offense that's struggling?
Well, again, we just I think across the board we have to be better, and that's the we in this thing. So obviously expect Dillon to play well, but we have to be good around him.
How about his ability to move? Do you think that can create some things for this offense?
Again, I think the focus is on doing all those things, Scott, that allow you to be sound on offense.
Kevin, what are the things Dillon has shown you behind the scenes that make you believe he's ready for this?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, from the second he's been here, he's been working very hard, very intelligent young man. He's done a nice job throughout practice, and he's been this whole season. He's been learning how to get yourself ready and understand the rhythm of an NFL week and what that looks like as a backup, and obviously now feel like he's ready to go in as a starter.
Do you need to simplify things for him this week or change anything offensively?
I think with any quarterback, you're going to play to their strengths. So regardless of who that guy is, veteran, rookie, you name it, you got to play to their strengths. I'm sorry?
Why now?
Yeah, just my decision where I felt this decision was best for the football team.
The number 2 role?
Yes.
You decided to make Joe the backup and not Shador.
Yeah, Joe's the backup.
Kevin, is Dillon taking any reps with the ones in the first?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. How does he look in doing those in practice?
Yeah, again, young players, you're constantly getting better, whether you're getting reps or not getting reps. He has gotten some reps with the ones, but of course today, tomorrow, Friday will be the most extended time with the ones.
Go back to the behind-the-scenes stuff and maybe what he's shown you guys. I know sometimes when you get rookie quarterbacks and they're a backup for a handful of games, you see things start to really click for them. I guess, have you guys seen that with him? Like, has he taken a jump even just from that role these first
I would
few weeks?
think all of our guys, Ashley, with practice and meetings and just being more comfortable with the game and understanding opponents, which I think is another big part of this because the opponents week to week are so different. I think all those guys stack these weeks and get better with each week.
About the importance of every rep when he was doing stuff in training camp and moving into now. So how have you seen him maybe embrace the side work that he's gotten to build this foundation for this opportunity?
I think you just have to do everything in your power, Cam, to get ready for when your number is called. Certainly at the quarterback position, it's different than wide receiver where there's just one guy out there, so there's one rep to go around and you have to do everything in your power. But it's no different than a left tackle making his first start or a defensive tackle making his first start or a safety or what have you. It's, it's going to be the first time for Dillon on Sunday, but you try to build off of all your experiences.
All right, there you go, Coach, at the podium. Time to meet the Minnesota Vikings. They are 2-2. They are head coached by Kevin O'Connell. Brian Flores heads up that defense. They are ranked 23rd offensively in the league. Points per game, they rank 10th at 25.5 per game. We're at 14, so that gives you a little bit of an idea of the difference there and perhaps why this change was made at quarterback. Certainly contributed to it. Defensively, they're ranked 7th in the league, giving up 281 a game, and they are giving up a league 9th best, 20 points per game. For more on the Vikings, we turn it over to Dr. Z.
Yeah, so this is a top 10 scoring defense and a top 10 scoring offense. Then they've had a lot of variance in their games. At times they've looked really good. Beat the Bears week 1, 27-24. Beat the Bengals, beat the brakes off the Bengals 48-10, which now after last week doesn't seem quite as impressive, but nonetheless it was a beating. That was a game where they had 5 takeaways, 2 of which went to the house. So 5 of their 7 takeaways, by the way, came in one game. In the other 3 games, they had 1 takeaway against the Bears, 1 against the Falcons, and 0 last week against the Pittsburgh Steelers. They've turned it over 7 times as well, 1 in week 1, 4 against the Falcons, 2 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So who will be the quarterback? It's looking like, I think it's going to be Carson Wentz again. Browns have had some success against Carson Wentz. Did beat the Browns in his first ever start, but last time we faced him when he was with Washington, Denzel Ward got him, I think, on the opening sequence, the opening series for an interception, and we had a couple of picks in that game. He's 2-2 as a starter, completing 67% of his passes, 1-1 as a starter this year. 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, a rating of 98.2. Now, his stats last week, for example, were very good, well over 300 yards passing in that loss. But, again, it was a loss. 350 yards, 65% completions, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. In the game against Cincinnati, it was just 14-20, 173, 2 touchdowns, no picks, and a rating of 130. I think their offensive line is in shambles. It is beaten up, and I think we can get them. They've got good skill talent, though. Jordan Mason is their starting running back right now with Aaron Jones banged up. He's averaging 4.8 yards a carry, and he's really only been a starter for 2 weeks. He's been pretty effective for them. They have a young guy, Xavier Scott, last week caught one of the touchdowns. He has 7 catches, 63 yards, so they kind of will work in tandem. Obviously, Justin Jefferson, one of the best receivers in the league, 22 catches, 326 yards, and a touchdown. They just get Jordan Addison back. He went over 100 yards in his first game there. They've got TJ Hawkinson as well, the big tight end, who got into the end zone for the first time last week. So they have talent. They have playmakers certainly on this team. And then defensively, we talked about it. Number 9 scoring defense. They are the number 7 yards defense. So it's number 7 defense in the league. Number 3 against the pass. They've only allowed 3 passing touchdowns all year and they have 2 interceptions, both of which were pick sixes. They've only allowed 606 yards passing so far this season. That's 150 a game. Jeez. So they've been good. Now, you can run on them. They've allowed 521 yards rushing, 4.5 yards a carry, and I think that bodes well, obviously, for Quinshon Judkins. But this is a very good defense. It's a defense that can get to the quarterback. Jalen Redmond has a team-high 3 sacks. They got Javon Hargraves there now. He's got 2 sacks. Andrew Van Ginkel's got 2. Jonathan Gennard's got a sack. Their first-round Dallas Turner's got a sack. They have Jonathan Allen there now. So this is a team that's got a lot of playmakers on that side of the ball. Isaiah Rodgers, I mentioned, had a pick 6 and a fumbled return for a touchdown as well so far this year. So good defense, and they will bring a lot of blitzes. They will try to heat you up and come after you and they're going to try to make Dillon Gabriel very uncomfortable in the pocket. This is going to be a game where, there's optimism about Jack Conklin being able to return. That would be big in this game in particular. And then we'll see how quickly they can get, the newly acquired Cam Robinson up to speed. But this is a solid football team. Good skill talent. Carson Wentz, he can hurt you. He can make some big plays on you. But defensively, they're getting pressure up the middle. And then they play a 3. This is a 3-4. Dallas Turner, their first-round pick from a year ago. Jonathan Grenard on the other side, who's a big-time pass rusher, was very good in Houston, and he's been very good with Minnesota. So the team you got to find a way to try to get after. I think we're going to try to run it. That's where we have our shot, I think, to kind of ease things up because, like I said, they've been a very good passing defense so far this year.
Wentz threw for 330 last week, didn't he? In the loss?
350
in the loss to Pittsburgh.
Yep. Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks.
Yep.
Here's the other thing with this team, and this is something I think for the Browns, I guarantee they're preaching it. They've forced 8 fumbles already in 4 games.
Wow.
Most. They've recovered 5, also most.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot to like about O'Connell and the way he goes about his business. Just
Coach of the year. This is a
really
battle of coaches of the year.
Yeah, really impressive dude. And I just go back in that opener when they were playing Chicago, and it was all going off the rails for J.J. McCarthy in the first half, about as big a way as possible. He threw just an incomprehensible pick.
Yep.
And he came to the sideline, and O'Connell had a smile on his face, and he just settled him. He settled him down, and then you get to the second half, and the kid makes some plays, and they get a big win in the opener, which allows for them to have some growing pains at quarterback. I mean, they had Darnold last year, who was great for them, just great. And they went 13-4 in the last week of the season. They're playing for the division. Detroit won that game, and yet they had confidence in the young guys. But this was going to be a little different season for them anyway, getting JJ up to speed. So they're willing to suffer some of the lumps and bruises early on with him to eventually have the higher ceiling perhaps down the road. McCarthy I was listening to Schefter this morning. I think McCarthy is doing some practicing over there.
Yeah.
But it sounds like it's still Wentz, but he is doing a little bit of work.
Yeah, they're hoping to get him practice. They didn't really even mention anything about his availability for the game. So it makes me think it will be Carson Wentz.
Because I think they have a bye after. Do they have a bye after us? Probably.
I would
Maybe
imagine.
yes.
2 weeks. 2 weeks in Europe.
Yeah, just like the
They do.
Steelers
like
got a
the
bye.
Steelers got a
Now,
bye.
so people understand we had the opportunity to take a bye after this and elected not.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You always have the opportunity to take it, but this so early in the season, you still have 12 games after.
Yeah.
So I think, and now our bye is perfectly in the middle of the season. So I think that was kind of the reward for not.
Do you think we knew Pittsburgh was next?
I don't know.
When we turned down that
My
bye?
guess is they wanted to make it
I was going to say,
easy.
Pittsburgh's on the buy this.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, because when your opponent is coming on the bye, and then you got an opponent who's already traveled over there, it's a disadvantageous position to find yourself in. So
My guess is that they would. You
Anyway.
would know that because I don't think it's a coincidence that like the road game before this was Detroit
yeah,
and the road game after is Pittsburgh. Those are the closest games that we could have.
yeah,
So my guess is that was like, all right, well, you'll get to play,
home in between,
right,
a road, but close to home.
but close to home. Yeah.
Rumpke Waste Recycling, the recycling leader, invested over $100 million to build North America's largest, most technologically advanced recycling center right here in Ohio. Visit rumpke.com to learn more about tours and how this facility helps grow our circular economy. We will attempt to guess the scores. Perhaps a new rule will be put into place
Yeah,
as well.
half point. We're 4-0.
Okay, we got to make this a little
Gotta make it a
tougher.
little
So
tougher.
we're going to go half point on the guess the scores. That's coming up next. You're listening to Cleveland Browns Daily. It's presented by Bally Bet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly on 850 ESPN Cleveland. And welcome back into Cleveland Browns Daily. We're presented by Bally Bet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly on 850 ESPN Cleveland. Add more fun to your fandom with the Bally Bet Sportsbook app. Download today, get 50 back in bonus bets. You place that first wager of 10 or more. Bally Bet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. It is the segment that has swept the nation. It is the segment that you have conquered.
Let's go, baby.
You have conquered the segment. So
Yeah,
this
you
all
know it.
started guessing the scores, and the rule was you had to be within a point in order for you to get it. That was what determined wins and losses. But your excellence has exceeded even the wildest expectations.
Yes.
And now we have a tightening of the rules. So we're going to go to a half point per game for you.
That's right. Let's go.
You ready? And he's 4-0 on your watch, Gibby.
Yeah,
I know.
Or no, I've been. It's
I
been
know.
good.
He's had some valleys, but he has come back. 2 weeks ago, he was dead and buried, but the 2 primetime games,
Hit 'em
right
exactly.
on the money.
Really?
Yeah, hit 'em
Right on the
exactly.
money.
Other than that, it
Clutch,
hasn't been
clutch,
close.
clutch.
The other ones have been like 11 and 5.
What was I supposed to sing your praises about today? I told you I would. I promised you that I would
Get
sing
your
your praises
phone.
today.
I mean, you got to make
see.
sure that
It was
yeah,
something
do
from the
that.
Stefanski show.
This is rare that we get a
that I
public-
was on? I think that I checked
Usually
in on
it's a-
time.
You checked in on
public
time.
flogging.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
That's right. Gold
Oh,
stars.
wow.
yeah,
Gold
6:45
stars.
for a 7:00
Yep.
show.
I said, give me a 60-second check. That's all you
That's all
got to
you
do.
need. That's all
and
I
then
need.
you can go about your business.
Yeah.
I did it.
And you got it.
And he tried to
You got it. All right.
not do it, and I said, well, then you'll have to do the show from Berea. And he was like, I will check
do it.
in.
I'll check in.
I
I'll
said,
make sure
it's
that I
that
do.
simple. I just need 60 seconds of your time.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
I'm
Yeah.
ready.
All right, here we go. Thursday night football. This is a fun Thursday nighter. Niners at Ramit. What time will
is-
that be for you?
I was just going to say, what time is that?
Where will that be for you?
1:30.
In the morning.
Yeah, won't be watching.
It's not great.
Yeah, you won't be.
I got
Unless
excited.
your body clocks are still on. You might still be on East Coast.
Yeah,
I mean,
you gotta
I'm
try to
planning on
force
joining you
yourself to
tomorrow
sleep.
night for Browns Daily.
Yeah,
I mean, that'll be
theoretically.
9 o'clock.
Are you gonna? Yeah. What is your plan? Do you just stay up? Like when you get there, you just go.
Yes.
Yeah,
You have to just go and then hope you're
Yes.
exhausted by a decent
By,
hour.
yeah.
That's what you hope to do on that. I've never done that. I've never gone the East. I've done the Hawaii thing, and that was brutal coming back. This would be the opposite of that.
Opposite.
All right.
Yeah.
Niners at Rams. Michaels, Herbie, Kaylee Hartung.
Ram it. Minus. It's definitely in the Vegas zone.
This is Al taking everybody out to dinner. This is
he's
his
having
neck of the woods.
They're going to that joint he goes to in Brentwood all the
Yep.
time.
I was
Yeah.
going to say, this is him hosting
yeah.
everybody.
Rams minus
Trying to rattle them.
5.5.
So, or if it's got to be within a half point.
Yep.
It's new rules.
Yep.
Old rules. Got it. New rules. No. 6.5.
Yes.
6.5.
Let's go.
6.5. Gibby likes. We're on to the Sunday 1 o'clock slate. Raiders at Colts. Raiders at Colts.
Colts minus 7.5.
Oh, baby. Old system. Got it. New system.
Don't
no.
got it.
6.5. Colts. 6.5. Where's ours on this? Is ours not on here?
Yeah, give me yards. Let me get a win.
Yeah, you need to get. We'll come back to that. Staying in the 1 o'clock slate.
We'll have it for you in a minute.
Giants at New Orleans. Giants at New Orleans. And Andrew Catalon, Charles Davis, Jason McCourty, A.J. Ross. It's weird seeing CD in a
Yes.
three-man
Yeah.
booth. And I know it's just one because next year he's going to the college football stuff.
It's ridiculous.
But it's weird with that group.
Saints minus 1.5.
Got it.
Let's go.
On the money. Next.
I did not have you getting that one.
Yeah, that's a tricky one.
That's
That's probably the
That is an inmate game.
That is the. At least you get Jackson Dart.
Not for my
though,
dad.
If you're John,
It's gonna be his
big
favorite
fan,
game.
Big fan. Cowboys at Jets.
Oh.
Jason Benetti, Greg Olson, and Pam Oliver on the call. Benetti does a good job. I like him.
Cowboys minus 2.5.
Got it exactly. 2 in a row. Kid is on a heater.
That should be 4-0 right now.
No, new
No,
rules.
I know.
These are the rules.
I know.
Broncos at Eagles. This is your A team on CBS of Nance, Romo, and Wolfson.
1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Eagles minus 3.5.
Got it exactly.
By the way, schedule maker. Let's schedule the Broncos for the late game on Monday night and then have to fly to Philly.
Good point out of you. Yeah,
Good
not
point.
ideal.
Woof.
Not ideal. I like the Eagles there. A lean for Friday. Dolphins at Panthers. Eric Collins, Mark Schlereth, and Jen Hale on the call.
Stink.
What'd you think of them? Did you think those uniforms were black or navy blue?
Black.
They were
Black.
actually the darkest navy blue.
The Dolphins ones?
Yeah, they were actually.
No way, really?
Yeah, they were actually the very darkest. On TV, they looked black.
Yeah.
But if you go
Why
to the
would they
uniform
be?
descriptions,
Why would they be navy blue?
They went the darkest navy blue.
But why?
I don't know. But
Where's?
I don't know. I don't know. Why would they have black? That's not part of their colors either.
No, but then it's black with the teal and the orange.
Yeah.
Why? But navy blue doesn't make any sense. What was that again?
We were Miami at Carolina.
It's a runner-up for the inmate game of
Miami
the week.
at Carolina.
Carolina minus 1.5.
Opposite. Dolphins minus 1.5.
That
With
makes
no
more
Tyreek
sense.
Hill.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. I should
All
have
right.
thought about that.
Closing out the 1 o'clock slate. Houston Texans at it's Baltimore, gentlemen. Baltimore. Texans at Ravens.
Ian
Mr.
Eagles,
Z.
J.J. Watt.
It doesn't appear that they think that Lamar Jackson is going to play.
Thank you.
Yep.
Texans minus 3.
Texans minus 1.5 on that one. All right. Still all right. You're hanging in. 4 o'clock slate. Titans at Cards. Aspiroditis, Adam Archuleta, Aditi Kinkabwala at 4 o'clock.
Some of these games are just
Cards
dreadful.
minus 6.5.
I'm so sorry. Cards minus 7.5.
I am
Old
loving
way
every
victory.
I did see. I thought
New
it was
way.
more likely that it was.
You'd be like
6.
8-2.
Yeah, I thought it
In
was
the old way, you'd be like 8.
No, I think I'd only have one. I'd only have one wrong so far.
I think you had the
Miami.
Dolphins.
Oh, yeah, and the Houston.
and the
Those two
Houston.
would have been
Those
off.
two. That's
Yeah.
it. Everything else. So we've
Would have been
picked
6 and
8,
2.
So you would have been 6 and 2. Instead, 3 and 5.
3 and 5.
All right. This is your.
Funny,
this is
I
a
thought
good
that
game,
one was.
actually.
I thought that one was more likely to be 6 than it was to be 7.5, and that's why I picked 6.5.
Yeah.
I got that wrong.
Bucks at Seattle. Harlan, Trent Green, Melanie Collins.
That's a good game.
That is a good game. Very good game.
Seattle minus 2.5.
I'm so sorry. Seattle minus 3.5.
This is great. I gave you your praise. Now I'm just going to pop.
The old way. The old way.
You know, but I find these are
A little
odd.
odd. Me too. I don't disagree. All right. This is your.
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
do
these
it to
are. This one is. I don't know what you do with this specific team. This is one that would have been a showcase game. Now it's not because of injuries. Lions at Bengals. Kugler, Daryl Johnston, Allison Williams on the call on Fox. Lions at Bengals.
Lions minus 7.5.
No. Lions minus 10.5. That's a big boy there.
Yeah, this sucks.
10.5.
I don't know if that score is big enough.
I just made a rule, like, from now on, if it's like that with them, believe it. Believe it. You did bring up a great point yesterday with Jake Browning, though, about because everyone's like, well, why didn't they get somebody better
He was
than Jake
really
Browning?
good in 23.
And then you brought it up, and then it sparked the memory. Actually, he was quite competent.
Yeah, quite.
He led the league in completion percentage.
Yeah.
70.4%.
And people wanted to, like, trade for him.
People were
and they
trying to
like,
trade
no.
for him. Yeah. Like, I don't think he forgot how to play. I just think that team got that much worse in 2 years. Here is your America's Game of the Week. It is Commies at your beloved Chargers. Burkhart, Brady, Andrews, Rinaldi.
Chargers minus 3.
Got it. That's nice.
I think
Like
Jane Daniels is cleared.
He was practicing today. I saw him slinging it around. All right, your prime time Sunday night football. Patriots at Bills. Patriots
that
at
is just
Bills.
awful.
Tarico Collinsworth.
Who's
and
waiting
Stark.
up for that?
I'm actually excited.
What do you mean?
I
Patriots
disagree.
are good, dude.
I want to see
Yeah,
Drake May.
agreed.
I'm excited to see him play. I haven't seen
Yeah.
him yet, Gibby. I'm excited to see him play.
Bills
Tall task, obviously.
minus. This time I'm gonna say 7, and it's gonna end up being 6. And I wanted to say 6.5, but all the 7.5 has got me. So I'm gonna say Bills minus 7.
Smart move out of you. 7.5.
Oh, weird. They're weird on the
Bills.
hooks. Okay.
7.5.
All right. Clawing
Dude,
back.
you got 2, and you got 1 gimme
I think so.
One should be
I hope
gimme, so it's going to come down to this. I think 500's a win. 500's a win.
Well, right now. Oh, right, because there are.
Oh, you
We're
have 2
four
games.
teams
14
on
games.
buys.
You've got Monday, and you've got the Browns.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, if he gets
I
these
gotta
two
get
right,
two. Okay.
he can do it. Monday Night Football, Kansas City at Jacksonville with
I like
Buck,
this one.
Aikman, Salters, and Rutledge.
We'll be
Chiefs
rooting for the Swifties.
at Jacksonville.
Got to get Jacksonville a few losses.
Chiefs at
Chiefs
Jacksonville.
minus 3.5.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Got it.
Girls' night out. High five.
I love it. That is
All right.
spectacular.
Can I interest you, London?
Do I have to do ours?
That's what you're doing.
What did I just say?
He just goes getting interested in London.
Oh yeah, you can.
Hello.
Hello.
Vikings, Browns, Kenny Albert and Jonathan Vilma. If you didn't get enough of them last week, they're back this week. I like Kenny Albert. I feel bad that he's got to work with Vilma.
They didn't spend much time together pregame, I can tell you. From my
It's a good move by
talking
Kenny
to
Albert.
Kenny on the field pregame with Mr. Siciliano. Vikings minus 3.5.
Got it. 500.
Let's go. We'll take it.
What a job.
That's
out of
a
you.
rally right
First
there.
time out. I thought you were cooked. At one point, you're 4 games under,
Yeah, it's 2-6.
and you really rallied. Ends up 7-7. Your buys this
it
week
should
are
have
the
been-
Falcons, Bears, Packers, and
See,
Steelers.
but like
11
those guys
3.
can take a week 5 bye because you know they're going to have primetime games, either a Thursday
Yeah,
night
you're right.
or a Monday night or a Sunday night. They're going to have short bye. Like we have 1:00 games. We
That's
have
it.
2 4:30 games, and that's it.
yeah.
There's no bye. There's no mini bye.
So I was trying to see if our score was adjusted
No.
by the quarterback change, right? I was trying to see if there was a switch.
Yeah.
What Corporate Bo realized is if you click on a certain link that would give you that type of information in this building, you can't go to that site.
No, it can't go there. That's right.
So
it's frowned upon
The
in
first-
the establishment.
the first mess up for Corporate Bo.
Yep.
I did not know that, so that we were blocked. So no chance for that. So,
But the answer is no.
But the answer is no. It didn't. It didn't move. It stayed. It was 3.5 before. Stayed 3.5 after. After the quarterback change, 9:30 kick on that one. You guys are going to miss all of
Everything.
Sunday. Yeah, the whole NFL is going to happen. Well, they'll have some. You guys got TVs or something on the planes? What do you got?
Yeah, but, well, I don't know.
Can you watch live TV?
I don't know because we had the big
know.
big plane for preseason. They didn't have monitors.
So a lot of them are moving away from that because everyone has their
Phones,
devices,
yeah.
their phones or whatever. So then the key then is going to be, can I get internet fast enough that I'll be able to stream a game? And the answer to that is you won't. No matter what upcharge it is, unless you have some sort of a special Wi-Fi setup. But all of the ones I'm on, anytime I want to, like I remember flying during March Madness and you try to do the upgrade and you're not able to
doesn't
stream.
work.
No, it doesn't work to that extent. It's a good job out of you. It's a very good job. Going 500 first time out. OBM, the preferred provider of copiers and document service for your Cleveland Browns. They'll tackle any size office at 216-485-2000 or visit ohiobusinessmachines.com. So much more to come. You listen to Cleveland Browns Daily. We're presented by Ballybet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly on 850 ESPN Cleveland. All right, welcome back into Cleveland Browns Daily. The Browns head to Las Vegas in November. You can be part of the action through the Browns Takeovers, powered by TrueFan Travel. Head to clevelandbrowns.com/takeovers to book today and receive a 3-night hotel stay, opportunity to hang with Browns alumni Christian Kirksey, Kevin Mack, a ticket to the game, all-inclusive pregame tailgate. Visit clevelandbrowns.com/takeovers to learn more on that. The news of the day, Dillon Gabriel will start in London against Minnesota on Sunday. I have a feeling he will be prepared. He will be ready. Whatever Minnesota is going to throw at him, there will be some stuff he hasn't seen before, but my hunch is that his preparation will lead him to make the right decision more often than not. I actually think he's going to play pretty well.
I think so, too. I think he's going to play well. I think that he is going to operate the offense efficiently, and what the scheme and then the defensive reaction to the scheme dictate, that's where the ball is going to go. And so I think that's what you need to see, kind of where we were in that game against Philly, where it was just like boom, 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 and hit some shots down the field when the opportunities present themselves. But just take care of the football. If we can just have a game with no turnovers,
yeah,
I think we have a chance to win, because I think our defense is going to suffocate this offense.
Yeah, the other thing there's no question. The other thing with Dillon is I just give him so much credit for because there's a lot of noise in this quarterback situation of no fault of anybody's. It just is. Like, you had 4 quarterbacks, were rotating him through. Kenny and Joe were known. Shador was known. Dillon's known. Like, it was such a unique room all the way through camp, and he just kept his nose down. He handled his business. And the thing that really jumped out to me with him in camp and through the preseason was better and better each week.
Yep.
I mean, you saw massive growth from him.
Yep.
Because there was times those first week where, like, boy, I don't know how this is going to go. I remember doing those shows with you out at camp, and we're like, little struggle bus right now on that side of it. Now, some of it was the offensive line couldn't protect, but he grew into his own skis as that preseason went along. And when people say, like, well, is he in on he's in on everything. He's been in on everything the whole way. So I think he'll play well.
I think he's going to play very well. I really do. I think he's going to play very well and operate this offense efficiently. If he can stay away from turnovers,
yeah,
I think we've got a chance, because I do think we're going to be able to run the football. I mean, that's one thing they have not done a great job of stopping so far this year is the run. And if we can run it with, Quinshon, who has been, I think, fantastic and getting better every week. He's had more total yards every single week. This could be his first 100-yard rushing game. It's just going to give him an opportunity. If you can get Jack Conklin back, I think that makes life easier for him. So I'm hopeful. I'm optimistic that this could be a very good and hopefully very productive game for Dillon Gabriel and our offense. If we score 20, we can get. I mean, I don't know. I've seen this one, so I can say.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure the total's 37, which is as low as I've ever seen.
Pretty low, yeah.
Like, really, it's
Yes.
as low as I've ever seen. I don't remember seeing anything quite that low.
Yeah.
So they're not expecting a lot of points. You can get to 20, you're gonna have a very good chance to win this game.
It's interesting, Quinshon. You mentioned Quinshon and relying on him. Maybe his first 100-yard game. He's played 3 games. Everybody else has played 4. He's 5th in the league in yards per game.
In rushing yards
per game.
Right.
He's 5th in the league. So that's the type of impact.
Who's
he's got
ahead
right
of
away.
him?
Jonathan Taylor, James Cook,
Yep.
Travis Etienne, and J.K. Dobbins. Quite the story for J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he's 4th. Bijan's right behind him. All right. There's going to be a bunch of people listening to this who may be on planes, headed to London. How would you do it?
Just go get in the mix, man. Go around
Yeah.
the city. I love the Tower of London. It's cool to see Buckingham Palace. It's very cool to go see Big Ben, do the Eye of London if that's something that you want to do. Was it Westminster Abbey?
Mm-hmm.
There's just a lot of history there. There are a lot of very famous people who are entombed in and around London. And I think it's just cool. The Tower of London, I think, is awesome. I said London Bridge is there. But, yeah, and just go hit up local pubs.
Yeah, live.
There's great food, great international food. I mean, some of the best in the world is honestly there in London, whether it's from Indian or Thai food. There's some of the best Indian food in London. Just go immerse yourself, go have fun. I know there's Browns backers events, so find out what those are and hit those up. We're going to have tons of alumni over there. It should be a pretty awesome time.
Gibbe?
Find the pub. Hit as many pints as humanly possible. It's New
Pub
York
was number
City.
one on the bingo
It's New
card.
York City, but with history.
Lots of it.
Yeah.
Is what I would
Yeah,
say.
thousands of years of it, yeah.
Take a river cruise. Get
Yeah.
on the River Thames.
Hey, look, I always tell
Take
people
a
when they
London
go
out.
to these
It's fun.
places, when people are like, well, what do you do in Boston or what do you do here? Do all the tourist things.
Yep.
They're tourist things for a reason because they're pretty cool, and you're a tourist. Like you're not from London. Like live, go see
Live.
all this
There's
stuff.
go
so
see it
many also like really cool neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Like that maybe aren't on the tourist side of things that you just walk around. Like when my wife and kids were over
Beautiful
there
parks.
with me in 2017, the one kid just wanted to see the Parent Trap House. So
Yeah.
they had to go find the Parent Trap House.
There you go.
They found
Yeah,
it.
found
it was
it.
in a random place, but my wife's like, it actually ended up being one of the cooler days of the trip because there were so many things that weren't touristy that we stumbled upon
Yeah.
that were really cool.
Harrods is also very cool.
Yeah.
Like as a big department store, which are things of a bygone era, Harrods is awesome.
Yeah. Enjoy it. You guys safe flight.
Thank
We'll
you.
talk to you tomorrow from jolly old London town. We hope you enjoyed this abbreviated version of Cleveland Browns Daily. As always, we're presented by Ballybet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly on 850 ESPN Cleveland.